Hello, everyone. I am Linda Hesch. I'm the Human Resources Director for Excel Consulting Group, providing manpower and consulting expertise for private and commercial businesses. Today, I'd like to talk about some of the ethical issues and considerations when incorporating AI technology into human resources management programs and processes. When you mention AI or artificial intelligence, you typically tend to think in terms of cyber systems and networks. AI is also more associated with technological developments such as autonomous vehicles, medical diagnostics, financial analysis, and risk models. Keith McKenzie with Workable has identified several ways that artificial intelligence plays an important role in HR management. Incorporating this technology increases the efficiency and optimization of various HR processes such as recruiting, performance reviews, and employee engagement and development. It can also be used to automate various tasks such as payroll and employee benefits. As AI improves efficiency in business processes, it frees up time for HR personnel to work on other tasks such as policy development and managing employee relationships. These HR processes often collect and store employee personal or sensitive information. Safeguarding that information has increasingly become important now more than ever as the risk for unauthorized access, accidental disclosures, and fraudulent activities is amplified by technological advancements. Organizations must ensure they comply with any legislative or regulatory guidance that provides guidelines, standards, and requirements for HR processes. For example, when using AI during the hiring process, companies need to be able to verify employees' identities and monitor employee compensation and benefits transactions to avoid any involvement in fraudulent activities. They also need to be able to safeguard information related to healthcare benefits and insurance claims. Given that fact, Bharath Mitapalli, a trusted IT industry expert with the International Association for Human Resource Information Management, stresses the importance of incorporating preventive measures in HR systems to preserve privacy rights and data integrity. There are several strategies he recommends. These include encryption techniques that are used to protect HR data to ensure it is unreadable and unusable in the event of a data breach, as well as user authentication mechanisms to control access to sensitive HR data. AI can be used in HR processes to prevent fraudulent activities that are a threat to organizations and their employees. These can include activities such as identity theft, falsified qualifications, time theft, ghost employees, unauthorized access and data breaches, vendor fraud, and benefits fraud. The list of potential risks just keeps growing. There are various measures that can be put in place to help combat fraudulent activity in HR systems. This can include use of AI to detect indicators, patterns, and anomalies at an early stage to head off any threats, as well as an analysis of employee data with a holistic view to identify patterns and red flags that may indicate fraudulent behavior. Integration of AI into HR processes strengthen internal controls, reduces the chances of fraudulent activity, and improves operational efficiency. While AI can help to streamline HR processes, it may raise concerns about the use of ethical HR processes where AI is concerned. In a literature review conducted by Tiscardes et al., they identified some of these concerns to be unfair biases, discrimination, transparency, and accountability. Enforcing ethical HR processes can vary widely depending on where you are. However, HR managers should be advocates for such regulation no matter where they are in the world. And speaking of regulation, currently in the US, the Privacy Act of 1974 only applies to federal agencies and employees. So there is no federal law for data privacy. And only 15 states have state comprehensive privacy laws that apply to consumer data privacy. Only California's privacy laws are inclusive of employee data protection, which means there are no laws requiring the majority of businesses to protect employee personal data. And while there have been a couple resolutions introduced into the House and Senate to address both consumer and employee data privacy, neither has made it to the floor for a vote. Given that there were no comprehensive laws governing privacy data protections in the US, the Biden administration has put forth an executive order on the safe, secure, and trustworthy development and use of artificial intelligence in October of 2023. Andrew Droke, with the national law firm Baker Donaldson, created an analysis of the executive order's impact on the private sector and commercial entities. The purpose of the order is to regulate and set guidelines for the development and use of AI-based technologies that apply to both federal agencies and private businesses. Andrew notes that the executive order outlines numerous measures intended to enhance safety and security, privacy protections, equity and civil rights, protections for consumers and workers, and innovation and competition, among other things. Reports developed by federal agencies will provide insight and guidance for future legislation, as well as for private sector businesses as they develop their internal processes and best practices. From an HR standpoint, the order will require businesses that use AI-based technologies to mitigate risks to employee well-being and data privacy. That includes everything from data collection, use, and privacy to talent recruiting and development to compliance with applicable laws and regulations. So, the executive order takes a huge step in the right direction for employee well-being and data privacy protections. However, the White House has acknowledged that there is still more action that will be required. As the development of AI technologies evolves and its incorporation into HR systems and processes is more prevalent, HR managers will need to stay on top of any new developments in guidance and requirements as a result of the executive order or new legislation. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch my podcast. I hope I was able to provide information that will assist you with the ethical issues and considerations of incorporating AI technology into human resources management programs and processes for your business. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or need additional information. Thank you.